Welcome back, nerds and nerdettes, and we little nerdlings all. Your buddy Big Johnny G from Two Gun Pixie Presents Legendary Gaming is still here at LunaCon. And Shoot Again Games is not finished yet. They got another game that I'm really interested in, and I can't wait to watch as they tell me how this game works. And this game that they're about to show us, Conspiracy. Take it away.
In Conspiracy, you're all conspiracy theorists trying desperately to warn the people of the world about the imminent threat of the reptilian overlords or the government chemtrailing them to death. But for some reason, no one's paying attention to you. Furthermore, you know, as a conspiracy theorist, that you know what's right. All the other conspiracy theorists, they're nuts. So that's basically the setup for the game. You basically deal out 10 cards to each player. The remaining deck becomes the unknown. You flip up the top card to create the tabloids. This card pile is called the tabloids. We'll get to why that's important in a bit. Basically, on your turn, you start by always drawing a card. You either draw a card from the top of the unknown or the top of the tabloids. You always end your turn by discarding a card to the tabloids. In between, there's a bunch of stuff you can do. Mostly that's going to be revealing conspiracies. Revealing a conspiracy is putting out 3 of the same type of cards. In this case, you reveal what's really going on in Area 51. The other thing you can do is play an action card. Action cards have lightning bolts on them here, and there's some over here as well. You can play 1 action card per turn. So each set has its own unique proof card, in this case the Crash Saucer for the Area 51. So in this case, this would count as revealing a conspiracy. These 3 cards, it has to be 3 or more, but this would also count as your action card play for the turn. Similarly, there is a wild proof card it's worth 1 point less. It's called a leak file. You can actually play that as to reveal a conspiracy, but again, that's your 1 action card play for the turn. So the only other important rule is you can only effectively play 2 colors per turn. You can only reveal 1 conspiracy turn. You can strengthen a conspiracy. Strengthening a conspiracy is, let's say, another player already had revealed this. Oops, there it is. I could then strengthen it by playing this in front of me to say, yes, I agree, Area 51 is a problem we need to look at. If you can't reveal, you can strengthen to, the way I like to describe it is you can basically play 2 colors a turn is how I like to think of it. So the game's going to go along with people revealing conspiracies, playing action cards until one player basically plays their card and discards their last card to the tabloids. At that point, that round ends. And that's where we get into the scoring aspect of the game and why the tabloids are so important. First of all, every player who still has cards in their hand gets to discard 1 card to the tabloids. One of the reasons that it's important is because cards in your hand are going to count against your point score at the end of the game. The other reason is why it's called the tabloids. So let's say this is in here, and after the game is over, Diane does what we like to call reading the tabloids. So we go through the tabloids. They're cloning Hitler. Okay, no one was working on that. Chemtrails, no information on that. Area 51. We had 2 people with Area 51 information, this guy and this guy. The player with the most Area 51 has a story discredited because they appear in the tabloids. I had an alien baby, whatever, something like that. National Enquirer, Weekly World News stuff. That card goes away now. So now it looks like maybe you've only lost 2 points here, but it's actually worse than that because at the end of after you go through the tabloids, any conspiracy which has a total of 10 points or more for amongst all the players doubles in value because you've basically brought it to the attention of the world enough that say, maybe we should really look into this. There might be something here. So in this case, if this tabloid story hadn't been there, this would be 12 points because this is 10. This would be 12 points for this player and 8 for this. But because of the dumb story in the tabloids, now it's only 4 and 4. So unlike most card games where the discard pile cards disappear forever, in this case, you really need to focus on this because this is going to come back and hammer you. So you add up all your points, and that stuff that doubles. You play until someone rushes 100 points. When someone does, whoever has the most points wins. The suits themselves, just to sort of give an overview without going into detail, there's actually three types of action cards. They're 0-point cards. You play them immediately into the tabloids. They let you massage your hand. Like this one lets you take the top 3 cards from the unknown, pick one, put the other 2 back. But all the suits also have abilities themselves. There's like 3 categories. There's ones where the down arrows have an effect when you play them immediately. The ones with a continuous loop have an effect as long as you have one of them in play in front of you, which is another reason to strengthen someone else's conspiracy. And finally, you have these crosses with the scoring ones, where basically they affect your scoring at the end of the round. So that's conspiracy.
All right, nerds. That was another very interesting game. I like the fact that the discard pile is still means something, and you got to be careful what's in it. And I believe we got one more game that we're going to take a look at. So why don't we come right back?